Good morning. Wednesday morning, the 19th of November. Today is just an overview in preparation for the board meeting coming up in the next couple of days. Okay, right at the entrance, everything looks fine. The water situation is as good as we can get it. The tanks are topped up on a daily basis, obviously in line with the usage. And we ensure every afternoon that before our people leave here, they check the levels at the bottom, they check the levels at the top, and all the water levels are in line with where it should be to ensure that there's a continuous supply of water. All right. The front appearance looks fine. We have one issue here that you may be aware of. I think John has probably mentioned that already, but it's something that's being worked on, and it will be on the agenda for the discussion during the board meeting. This drain here is right outside the security office, okay? And there's some septic tanks underneath here, as you can see over there. Now these septic tanks get cleaned or drained on a regular basis, and we're not sure of how the piping works here, but what we have is that the moment that we have water coming from the top, either rainwater or somewhere else, this gutter fills up and then the water runs over into the street. Okay, it gets cleaned almost every 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and we're not quite sure what the piping is, so John is looking at the possibility of installing a new septic tank to alleviate this problem, or obviously from a security perspective, who can't use their toilet properly, to replace the toilet with a chemical toilet. Okay, but that will be discussed in more detail. Okay, so here's the automatic gate, the boom. It's working fine. It's open now at the moment because we're going in, but it's working fine. The security guard right there, she's got a remote control, and the moment that the vehicle enters from either the top or the bottom, she then records the vehicle number and then also opens the gate. Okay, as you can see, it actually looks quite nice at the moment. It's very, very leafy, a lot of trees. We've had a fair amount of rain in the last couple of days, so there's luckily not too many leaves, but normally all the leaves get cleaned first thing in the morning, and by 10 o'clock the road is normally quite clean. Okay, so this is one of our suggestions, and we'll put it on the list as well. At the entrance of each of the villas, the PVs and the HCVs, right next to the gate, with the consent of the owners, to put like a little plaque or a board with the correct address of that specific villa, to make it easier for the post office stroke courier companies to deliver to the correct addresses, and also should there be visitors to the property, that they can actually end up at the correct property. This is in front of PV6, and you can see what the side of the road looks like. It used to have grass, but with the construction company put a lot of rubbish and they destroyed this area. So now when there's a lot of rain, obviously it runs down and it causes erosion of this area. Okay, this is the view from we're in front of the office at the moment. Okay, the one thing to point out here specifically is the speed bumps. Okay, the speed bumps work. We've replaced a few of them that were broken, especially this one, where people either drive too fast downhill and brake, or they drive uphill too fast and they spin, and they damage some of the bumps. But we've replaced some of them already, and we do suggest that we need to have a look at speed limit signs from the top and from the bottom, so at least people cannot say, I didn't know how fast we're supposed to drive. This is the parking area. As you may be aware, we've marked the parking bays, okay, and since then the parking is in a much better situation, where people don't park anywhere and block the traffic. Okay, so this is just the area going down to the tennis court and the secondary road. We have regular clean up of this area. So the rubbish from different villas and so on, the garden rubbish, we collect it and we bring it here. Okay, and then from here it gets removed or shredded. Okay, tennis court, nothing really changed there. This area here, entering into phase 2. This gets cut about once every 2 to 3 months, just to keep it manageable. Otherwise it becomes a jungle very, very quickly. Okay, so here we are. This is the road running down to the secondary entrance. It's not being used, but it is available, and we do maintain it from time to time. This is the area from HTV 13. Very overgrown, as you can see, very nice and lush. Some of the lights that we've put up. Overall it looks quite cozy and quite tropical. This is down to the intersection where you come up from the bottom, and overall it looks okay here.